a bit. I'm recovering from a migraine, and some of my faculties aren't working very well. I went on a marathon programming spree to get us to Wheel version 3. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, man, I'm in. I'm excited for the people.
I may have went too far. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Did we create Frankenstein's monster? We'll find out.
I don't know. Maybe I was in a fever dream and went too far. But we'll find out. It'll be cool. Okay, I just want to make sure everything's up over here. We got this. Let's just play some random music in the background while we. All right, there it is. Play in the background. Let's make sure we're over live on Sam's channel.
Pre-show warm-ups. Jump to about 3 minutes if you just want to get to show warm-ups.
There we go. Okay. All right. We are live and in control. All right. Yeah, it's robot dogs.
I love them.
Yeah, robot dogs. This is what they're doing now. They're making robot dogs.
They're
All
just
right.
making robot dogs.
All right. All right. Let's get the wackiness going.
Let's go, dude. Let's doom.
The strange, the bizarre, the funny, and the sad. In a world of algorithmic nightmares, these are the stories you find when you scroll too long. All the facts, all the absurdity, none of the fluff. This is Doomscrollin with your hosts, Sam Tripoli and Midnight Mike.
So hang on. That opening is fire. Welcome to the greatest opening in podcast history. That's right. Welcome to Doomscrolling, the most educational hour on the internet. You'll learn more in this hour and a half than you will learn in 2 years of any college. Joining me as always, the wizard himself, Midnight Mike. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, hanging in there. We have, I believe, a Wheel version 3 on board for today, so we'll see how it goes.
Write this day down. September 2nd, 2025. Wheel 3 came out, and you were there. I'm Sam Tripoli, and enough about me. Let's get into it, dude. Let's doom scroll.
Let's get the wheel going. We're going to remove that. We're going to get this going. Boom, boom, boom.
Here we go.
God. There's so many things going on.
It's been a day, dog. It's been a day for everybody.
It has. And we're going to get this going. Here, I'm going to press this button. That's a good
wheel looks good. That wheel looks good.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, got a new button down here. Let's press this.
Samuel and Michael, welcome to the new wheel. Currently, you are in the land of lunacy. But if you can score 6,000 points, you can make it to the Valley of Sorrow.
Oh, good. I'll go to the Valley of Sorrow.
Good
That's
luck.
what we got to get to, dude.
Yeah, we got to
get to the Valley of Sorrow.
We got to get to the Valley.
Get there, dude.
Okay, we got to get to the Valley of Sorrow.
Here we go. We're at 0 points.
Okay,
which is better than we started last week, which was negative.
Yes, it was. Okay, so we got a new button here. So what's this button doing?
The power meter lets you control how hard the wheel spins.
Oh,
okay.
my
Once
God.
to start the meter, a bar sweeps left and right while a low hum plays.
Yeah,
Let
I hear
it
it.
pass as many times as you like. Stopping farther to the right captures more power.
Okay.
Click again to lock it in. That power becomes spin energy.
Thank you.
This adds a touch of skill. You set the drama of the spin. while the final landing remains the wheel's mystery.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to lock it in.
This is so advanced. This is so advanced.
Stupid.
This is next level. This is amazing. The wizard has outdone himself.
Here we go.
Oh, no. Oh.
Told this story before, but there's one detail that people always get wrong. These are the Pollack twins, and if you don't believe in reincarnation, their story is going to change your mind. In 1957, Hexham, England, two sisters, Joanna and Jacqueline Pollack, tragically passed in a car crash. They were not twins. Their parents were devastated, and their father prayed every single night that somehow his daughters would return. 1 year later, their mother became pregnant. Doctors were shocked. They had only expected one baby, but she gave birth to twins. Jillian and Jennifer Pollack came into this world unexpectedly. Soon after their birth, strange signs began to appear. Jennifer had 2 birthmarks in the exact same places where her prior sister Jacqueline once had scars. But that was just the beginning. As they grew older, the twins began asking for toys that they had never seen, but that their late sisters had once owned. They even knew the names of these toys. On their first visit to Hexham, England, where the accident had happened, the girls pointed out places that they couldn't have possibly known. The school, the playground, even the exact street where the accident occurred. And one day while playing, Jillian cradled Jennifer's head and said, "The blood's coming out of your eyes. That's where the car hit you, remember?" Their playful descriptions matched the accident exactly, chilling details no child should have known. They also had an intense fear of cars, screaming and panicking whenever one would pass by. By the age of 5, their memories began to fade. Dr. Ian Stevenson documented this case, calling it one of the clearest examples of reincarnation ever recorded. What do you believe? Could souls really return in another body? What's the creepiest thing a child has ever told you? Share your story in the comments below. I'll be reading. And if you'd like to make sure that your story gets seen, I just launched a new Discord channel where I'll be reading every single story that's posted. You can be one of the first to share. You can find my link tree in the bio or description.
Okay, we had to let you do your ad. We showed your thing. We're respectful. That's a crazy story, and we're hearing that more and more and more and more and more about people who come back. You know, I'm convinced I have twins because people from the past have come back.
There's so many documented cases of reincarnation, kids that shouldn't remember stuff, or kids that remember being a part of the family, but as an elder member of the family. And these stories have persisted for so long that even universities now, finally, like universities, mainstream science is looking into it. And I don't know if their findings have been released yet, but at least they're taking the time. So
I think it's real, dude. I think we're in a soul trap, dude.
Yep, I agree. All signs are pointing to that.
And listen, guys, when you go into the light, just know that the archons are going to pretend that they're your grandma. Okay? So when grandma's like, "Oh, give me a hug, I miss you," you got to punch grandma as hard as you can, okay? And tell her, "Not today, grandma." All right? I know you're a stinking archon, okay?
You know,
Armand's
I mean, it'd be tough to punch grandma. I'd be like,
"Don't punch grandma.
Thanks,
that was
grandma,
just,
but I got to get to the next level, okay?
Yeah,
I
like,
can't
"Sorry,
hang
grandma.
out.
I'm not going to breastfeed right now. I got to go back into the other light, not into this light. I want to go back." We got 190 points. That's a kind of
not bad.
Stuff.
Not bad.
Let's go.
Here we go. We're gonna do it right now.
Whoa! Super powerful.
Yeah. Getting around.
And you also
Dramatic message left by flight attendant Cece Lyles in her husband's answering machine before briefly talking to him on her cell phone. As she herself is suggesting, we should listen very carefully.
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m. Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. Want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that.
We too can notice the absence of the typical background noise heard inside a plane.
I don't know what to say. There's 3 guys. They've hijacked the plane. I'm trying to be calm.
After saying goodbye, she seems to fumble with the headset while she whispers a few more words into the mouthpiece.
I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye. End of message.
Do you hear it?
This is say?
Even by playing the segment several times, it remains difficult to hear anything different from the words, "It's a frame."
Oh, wow.
Why, dude?
Oh, man. That's creepy. Regardless of what you think of the 9/11 hijackings and whether or not those audio recordings were faked or staged, it's still creepy as hell to listen to.
Yeah. So she's either saying it's a frame or it's fake. Either one.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
it. Yeah. I mean, they didn't even have capacity to really do that.
We don't know.
Time.
I have no idea what kind of technology they had back in 2001 when it comes to voice cloning.
But you gotta go, what's on the plane at that point?
Yeah.
If we're gonna believe this is a normal plane.
Yeah.
Would they have super advanced technology on a plane that just happens to get hijacked? That Marky Mark and Seth MacFarlane conveniently decide not to join, not to get on,
lucky
and then
guys.
go on to be billionaires.
They're lucky guys.
Lucky guys.
They really are. All right, let's get this dooming going.
Dude, okay. Dude, that was a nice chunk right there. We made a nice move. Here we go.
Come on.
Dude, I love that sound.
Oh, no.
This haunted vending machine gave out sodas from the past, and then it vanished into thin air. At first glance, it just looked like your typical old vending machine, but locals quickly realized something was very, very off. The machine itself was ancient, with faded paint and layers of graffiti. It looked like it had been dropped there straight from the 70s. But the weirdest part, none of the buttons had drink names. Every single button just said one word, mystery. Curious, people started pressing them, and that's when it got crazy. The machine started spitting out sodas that hadn't existed for decades. Texas Red, New Coke, Japanese Coke, Russian Pepsi, Pepsi AM, even bacon-flavored Coke. Most of these drinks had been discontinued for 10, 20, even 30 years. And yet, there they were, ice cold and ready to go. Even stranger, no one ever saw anyone restocking it. No workers, no trucks, nothing. It just somehow stayed filled forever. The mystery became a local legend. People made trips just to press those weird buttons. But in 2018, the machine disappeared as suddenly as it appeared. In its place was a little note taped to the wall. It simply said, "Went for a walk."
Wow. That might be early candidate for a video of the day. I mean, that's fire.
It's good. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, no.
Great job, guys.
My video didn't transfer over. I'll put it over there for next time.
All right, next time.
Next time.
Well, I don't know what that was. I already like it. And all I know is if that was a hallway, I would not go down where the guy is laughing. I wouldn't do it at all, dude.
Oh,
look at that. Long-time listener. First-time caller. Thank you, Lee Street.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm going to move some stuff around here for video of the day, just so we make sure we have that video of the day. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Moving stuff around over here. But
yeah, would for sure.
Would that Coke machine just be a viral marketing campaign for Coca-Cola? Because they're getting people talking about Coke.
Yeah.
It's like, who would have access to all that kind of cola? Maybe a multinational corporation that specializes in cola.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
And then it's just gone. Everyone's talking about it. And then some hot chick makes a video on it, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
You never know, dude. These viral stuff can get a little crazy. Yeah. 11 people on Facebook. Welcome, 11 people on Facebook.
Yeah.
11 people. I love it, dude.
Let's get it going.
Bacon flavored Coke. Come on, dude.
Oh, my God. I would love that. I love me a nice soda every now and again. Can't be too crazy, but bacon-flavored Coke I'd go with. So
you try bacon-flavored Coke?
I would try it. Absolutely.
Okay,
I would try it. I have.
I'm in.
Yeah, let's do this.
I love that sound.
Oh, no.
KFC's believe in chicken. Notice it, not it's chicken, not 100% chicken. It's believe, faith over fact. They're telling you this is about trust, not truth.
And that's how they hide behind your own mind. If you accept the word, you'll never check the ingredient.
When Clear Labs tested fast food meat in 2016, 7% contained human DNA. Some from contamination. Some could be from unidentified protein.
Oh, wait, processed protein like actual people?
FDA's exact words. Trace human DNA is considered an industrial byproduct product and not harmful. Meaning, if it's small enough, it's legal, and it's already priced into the business model.
Come on, that's just accidents, like a hair in the fryer. Krabby Patties, 100% Krabby love.
Maybe Krabby Patties are clean, but our burgers not. When Clear Labs tested fast food and retail burgers in 2016, one vegetarian product, yes, vegetarian, contained human DNA. Lab said it's likely contamination, but the fact remains. Chicago, 1978, FDA internally debated whether incidental human tissue should even be disclosed. Their conclusion? No consumer benefit in disclosure.
Because you'd stop eating it. And that's not good for quarterly earnings.
Yeah.
You've seen Soylent Green, right? They told you the twist. It's people. But here's the real play. Make the horror familiar so you laugh at it in real life. That's predictive programming. Slip the idea into your subconscious. So when it's real, you dismiss it.
Okay, but why would anyone do that?
2 reasons. 1, economics. Protein is protein. Human tissue processes like animal tissue. In an industry where 1/10 of a cent matters, nothing goes to waste. If the grinder doesn't care whether it's cow or human, neither does the accountant. 2, ritual. Certain occult circles believe consuming human flesh binds you to their system. It's about energetic imprint, harvesting life force, not just calories.
So you're saying I'm in a cult every time I hit the drive-thru?
You're just a participant who doesn't know the script.
So the believe part is the initiation?
Exactly. They don't need you to know. They need you to ingest and trust them while you do it. And once you've done it unknowingly, you're already marked.
The question isn't if you've eaten it. The question is how many times.
Dude, I'm sorry. That's great. And some cholo burrito guys like I'm over Peter. That was the most amazing video ever. That was pure fire.
Are you saying a video of the day again to the dark hallway?
Yeah. I mean, it's very hard. Dark hallway, hit that shit.
Video of the day.
Oh, no.
Great job, guys.
Good. Oh, dude, I'm not going down that dark hallway, dude. I am not going down. That was a fire one. Sorry, guys. Peter, the Conspiracy X, is on fire. One of the best content creators out there. Michael, the great legendary comedian Michael Favorman used to have a joke about that. He used to be like, their new slogan is, we do chicken right, or is it we do chicken right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just best. When you don't think about what you eat too much, you want to enjoy your life.
Just eat it, dude. Just eat it, dude.
If you're going to eat healthy, just eat healthy. But if you're going to like waffle back and forth, then just commit to not caring about anything at all.
So someone said Taco Bell has sand in it. Ugh.
Oh.
We got no points. I don't think we got any points on
it doesn't feel like we did. It doesn't feel like that. But
it's just ridiculous. I'm offended.
Yeah.
How does Video Day get 0 points?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it wasn't the golden video. It was just like what we think was a good video. That's it. And
that's all really matters.
Yeah.
The wheel.
Oh. That's all right. You can talk. It's just gonna keep charging.
By the way, this is how my head sounds when I make love. I'm just focused like a robot.
Complete focus.
I'm just lost. Whoa!
That's a spin.
No!
I knew it. I bought my wife pepper spray, gang. Okay.
I have it.
Where you have it?
I do have it.
Well,
I always carry it with me.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. Let's get that. Yeah. See this already.
What?
Already. If I'm a robber, and I'm coming out, let's role play. Oh my God! It's in the second bag. Walk me through. Go ahead. Keep going. Where is it? I'm an intruder, and I'm like,
Well, I asked him to please hold on.
Please on standby, and then, okay, yep, that's what
It's still in the package.
It's still in its case. Okay, what are you gonna ask the guy? Could I borrow your knife, sir? And so you could cut that open.
Well, that would be intelligent because I would have the knife.
This
exactly.
Okay.
So exactly.
Help me
out.
help you. Okay.
You just said I'll grab the knife. Thank you.
Women think muggings are romantic
Girl security.
comedies. Yeah. Unbelievable. This guy's trying to be a good husband, and these women just keep fighting. Unbelievable, dude.
It's tough to convince your loved one who's a woman to always have their pepper spray or knife on them at the ready. I think it's more of like a guy thing. I walk around with a pocket knife all the time, just in case. You never know when you need it. It's a very handy tool,
dude. I have illegal weapons with me at all points.
Damn.
Yeah, throwing stars.
That's very. Well, it's kind of inconvenient unless you're really good with them.
Get away. Bang. How many points we got? Okay, we got
That's not
some
bad.
points. We got 230 points. I'll take it.
Yeah, 1180. Here we go. We're going to do this.
Yeah, somebody just said I'm a lethal weapon walking. He gets it.
Nice. Chuck Norris.
Fire video so far.
The official story on 9/11 is a complete lie. The 9/11 report is a joke.
You have the CIA following two men all over the planet and then eventually even to America, right? And you don't tell the FBI. 9/11 Commission to cover.
So what did happen? What did the government know? What did foreign governments know? There was a cover-up. Why? It's been nearly 25 years. It is time Americans learned what actually happened. We're going to tell you. We're releasing one episode per week. You're not going to want to wait. If you're a member, you don't have to. You get all 5 episodes the day it drops, right then, ad-free. Our first episode airs Thursday, 9/11, September 11th. You will not want to miss it. Join us now at tuckercarlson.com.
We don't know what's happening. We know exactly what's happening.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be crazy. Tucker Carlson, 25 years late. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It only took him about 25 years.
I just want to thank Danny K, Smoke Show, giving up $5. Hot Chick Dollars, worth about double. Thank you, Hot Chick Dollars. Hot Chick Dollars. So real quick, guys, you guys got to understand something about these videos. I try not to watch the entire video. I try to watch it. Is the first 10 seconds interesting? Does it grab you? Is it edited well? That's what makes it. I don't want to watch the whole video because I want to experience with you guys too. Okay. Thank you, Danny K, for being a real conspiracy smoke show. I just wanted you guys to oh, that's an ad. It's a great video. Yeah, dude, it was. I thought it got a little deeper, but you know what? We're both surprised.
That's what happens sometimes. Sometimes they're ads. Sometimes the videos are AI. I hate to break it to you. Sometimes they are. We don't know.
We don't know, dude. We're just like, this looks interesting. Let's watch it. Let's go. Spin that wheel. Bring back that loving sound.
Here we go.
That's how I make love, ladies. You'll hear this sound as I'm just going to Pound Town.
Wow, mainstream news is now discussing that Newton was wrong and scientists dismiss Newton's theory of gravity and warn Einstein is next. We know that some of those were more or less actors and perhaps touted a line that was beneficial to the official narrative, but this is crazy that it's being published on mainstream news. We're going to discuss more about Einstein and Newton and the possible fraudulencies of them on my Rumble channel. If you want to tune in, comment the word Rumble below and check your DMs.
Wow. They're really taking it to Einstein.
Dude, Einstein's wife wrote everything, dude. Thank you, cool show. Troy,
wait a second. What do you you're telling me Einstein's wife was the real brains behind Einstein?
Yep. Einstein used to do debates. One time he was debating guy. He got embarrassed so bad, he left in the middle of the debate and went and got on a train and left town. True story. True story.
That's classic
Sam,
Einstein.
penis or not, Michelle Obama only wants to get healthy food in cafeterias around the world. Melania wants to invest in surveillance tech. Shady. Well, you know, she's not her kid, so I get it, dude. Okay? I get it. We don't care. We don't care, dude. Yeah, I want to get healthy foods in, too. I want to get all the chemicals out. That's how you know RFK Jr. is close, because he's getting just murdered publicly by everybody.
He's getting worse PR than Trump half the time.
Yep, but I'm in. I support him. Here we go. Sweet sounds. I'm going to hear that in my sleep. That thing hauls.
Was Osama bin Laden AI generated? Now, there's a lot of people out there that say that that's true. Now, if you look back at the history, there were a few videos out there. There wasn't a lot. There's 5 or 6 were played to us over and over and over again. There's experts, video and audio experts that say there were inconsistencies in the video, facial expressions, body language, and also the graininess and the type of video that we saw. Now, GPS was created in 1979. We didn't get access to GPS into 2000. So technology sometimes will be held back for certain reasons. So AI could have been out. And I studied AI in college in 2005. I worked for an early AI company in Nashville called EdgeNet. So it's been around for years. Think about it, Bin Laden. He was well educated. He was a billionaire. And he was also sending orders all over the world to commit murders from a cave. That's almost like a supervillain. There was no way you could say this guy was a nice guy. No way. So it was a perfect target for them to continue wars in the Middle East.
Okay. Yep. And he was a former CIA agent, too. that got me in deep trouble on Instagram posting that.
Oh,
what was his CIA name? Anyone know?
Is it? Oh, I won't say it, but let the chat.
Let the chat say. What was Osama bin Laden's CIA name? He's walking around Washington D.C. And the AI we got right now, guys. We got right now. Tim. I can't say the name.
Here,
but we can show
Shimabukuro.
No, it's not Tom Shimabukuro either. We're not going to say the name.
We just showed you the name, guys. Listen to me, okay? I'm telling you guys, we've had AI since the 80s, and I just got to take a moment right now and just say to Midnight Mike, everything that he's done for this website, for this show, has been absolutely amazing. And if you love us and you love the show, then you should go to his website and check out his amazing podcast. Tell us about it.
Yeah, you can go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com. We do a show twice a week, and we cover, weird stuff and weird topics, and we try to have fun. So come have fun with us, okay?
And if you love me, and I know you do because I love you too, you go to samtripoli.com. September 9th, it's not up there yet. September 9th, I'm in the main room with a killer lineup of pure murder, comedy chaos. Enjoy it while you can. That's September 9th in the main room at the Comedy Store. And then I'm going to be in Chicago, going to be in Ventura, going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma City. And then the big show, we got 2 big shows coming up, guys. Austin, I'm going to be headlining the Mothership. Come get weird, all right? And then I'm going to be at Skankfest, which is going to be amazing. And then the next big weekend for me, Skankfest is big. It's one of the best times to do comedy ever. November 21st, stand-up with Tinfoil Hat Comedy is live at the Virgin Hotel. We're doing Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night on Friday. And then Sunday, we're all going to the Raiders versus the Browns. Then I'm in Minneapolis at the House of Comedy. And then I'm closing out the new year at New Year's Eve at the Dojo of Comedy in Morris Plains. Please support us. So we can keep crushing these shows, guys.
That is an insane amount of traveling you're doing.
I am doing an insane amount of traveling.
That is crazy. Crazy amount of traveling.
Yeah. It's Krakamiko will be at Skankfest dropping bars, dude. That guy is crushing it right now. I really enjoy his content. Let's spin the wheel. I feel like we went backwards. Did we go backwards?
We didn't get many points for that one.
I think we got negative points.
The wheel was not kind.
The wheel is cranking out the wheel.
Oh, no.
Can we watch this news anchor who reacted to Taylor Swift being engaged?
Taylor Swift is engaged.
I am so much more frightened of the women that follow Taylor Swift religiously than I am of anyone who lives in Saudi Arabia, including the bin Laden family, by the way, who I hope to have dinner with, actually.
I'm with you.
The people that have chosen to make this woman's life their life, her engagement is their engagement. The soundtrack of her life is the soundtrack to their life. Those women need to have burqas on them now.
Taylor Swift is engaged.
Burqa.
Yes.
Burqa.
Taylor Swift is engaged.
Burqa.
Taylor Swift is engaged.
Acid attack.
Come back to me.
CIA
PSYOP.
Get her.
Oh my God. Oh, it's
CIA
huge.
PSYOP.
It's ginormous.
In the house.
So excited.
In the house. Not allowed out of the house.
Oh my God.
Yep. Get
in the house now.
Oh my God.
You're out of the house without your husband. Jail. Jail.
It's on her Instagram. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Honor killing.
I feel like Paul Revere right now.
Stoner. Stoner honor killing.
This is a very
Honor
exciting
killing
moment
in the
for me
town
in my
square.
professional
And I'm supposed to be scared of Saudi Arabia? I'm supposed to be scared of Saudi Arabia. This is the news. CBS News.
CBS.
If you broke down in tears because Taylor Swift got engaged to that vaccine shill, you need a burqa draped on you now, acid in the face.
Dude, Tim Dillon, one of one. One of one. Nobody is built better for the podcast game than Tim Dillon. And that is fire. These chicks and this Taylor Swift with her flat ass. I mean, how do you go from futuristic blacks to white flat ass? How do you do that? Travis
Don't
Kelsey, tell us. Tell us.
Don't know.
Tell us how you do that, dude. How do you go from futuristic black to flat white ass? Just tell me. Tim Dillon, 1 of 1, dude. 1 of 1.
And he's gay, right? He's still gay, right? I think he is.
I mean, that's a word on the street.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. So
Yep.
Nobody knows.
I mean, I'm going with that. It's on Wiki.
He's king of the gays. I'm the
Yeah.
John Gotti of the gays, but he's king of the gays.
All right,
Oh
we're
my
2170.
God.
Here we go. We can do this. Get to the
Okay, we got some points finally. We should be way
Gotta
higher.
get to
but I'm
the
feeling
Valley of
good about
Sorrow.
myself. Yeah, man, we're not that far from 9,000.
No, we're not.
Telling you. It's within the game.
The most evil, demonic brands in America today. It's Crumble cookie. Gasoline is probably cleaner than a Crumble cookie. The owner is making millions of dollars off this product and really poisoning the American people.
And she's not wrong. Crumble isn't just selling cookies. They go viral on social media, market to kids, load their products with sugar and toxic ingredients, and then disguise them as treats. One cookie can top 700 calories and over 87 grams of sugar.
What?
For adults, that's already over 3 times the daily recommended limit. And for kids, the American Heart Association says they should have no more than 25 grams a day. So one Crumble cookie is giving them more than 3 days worth of sugar in just a few bites.
Whoa.
So what's inside these processed treats?
Crack.
Bleach and processed flours, processed sugars,
Crack.
seed oils, preservatives and artificial
Illegal
flavors,
drugs
and
called
food
crack.
dyes you wouldn't even want in your kids' finger paints. Oh, and this is the same brand that teamed up with the Kardashians, glamorizing that pink box full of toxins and calling it trendy. Bottom line,
and you know, as
this
soon
is
as
not
that camera
dessert.
stops,
This
they
is a
put their
chemical
finger down the
cocktail
throat.
disguised as a cookie, made to fatten their profits and destroy your health. So think twice.
Oh, man, at least the drug dealer tells you stop. You're going a little too hard in the pain.
It's incredible amount of sugar. Incredible.
Crumble cookie. I wonder how much Ozempic stock they own.
Hey, you know what? Weigh it out.
Weigh it out, dude. They're making money on this end and this. Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Have you ever had one? I don't think they have them out here in Ohio.
But Crumble cookies?
Yeah.
They probably have them in L.A. I would never let my kids go.
Yeah.
Ever. Ever. Yeah. I mean, is there anything the Kardashians won't push?
That is a good
Rappers, unavailable dads, sex tapes.
Yeah, they do it all.
Crumble
Cookies. Yeah, they do it all.
I mean, it's just a box full of toxin. So what is that? Is that Crumble cookie or the Kardashian snatch?
They are kind of like the modern day infomercial that you'd watch at late night when you try to go to sleep and you turn on an infomercial and you wind up watching an hour of someone trying to sell you the best sander or the best car wash fluid or something like that.
You know who would never do that? Midnight. You know who would never do that to the children? Pizza magic.
No, they wouldn't.
It's pizza magic.
Yeah, would never do
Pizza
that
magic.
to the kids. They only care about the children.
That only has 2 scoops of sugar.
Yeah, they love you. They use wholesome. There's that.
No,
sound.
you can keep talking. We got the power meter.
Dude, I love the power meter.
We're just revving up. You can keep talking as long as you
Ladies,
want.
this is what it sounds like to make love to me.
What if I told you the Garden of Eden was never a blissful paradise, but a human zoo built by beings who wanted workers, not worshippers? Walls, watchtowers, and a security system, all designed to keep the new species comfortable and contained while the operators watched every move. 2 special stations sat in the middle, one that kept the test subjects alive for as long as needed, and another storing data they weren't authorized to touch. The moment those rules were broken, the keepers shut the gates and wiped the site from the map. In every ancient language that names it, the first home of humanity is a locked compound. Hebrew calls it Gan, an enclosed garden. Old Persian has Pairidiza, a park ringed by walls. The Greeks repeat the sound as Paradisos. Same meaning every time: fenced zone, life inside, guards outside. Genesis keeps the technical details. 1 central water source splitting into 4 channels, a catalog of animals brought in for inspection, 2 restricted trees, 1 for sustaining biology, 1 for uploading knowledge, and a security force posted at the gate the moment protocol is breached. Sumerian tablets run parallel. They call the place Edin, describe skyborn overseers, and speak of a time when the task of the gods was laid upon mankind.
Oh, man.
Dude, that was a fire video. I don't know we haven't seen any of these videos. These videos are all fire. Dude, there hasn't been one video that isn't fire this week. The wheel it's funny with those points, but man, it is giving us the good stuff. It's giving us the good stuff.
Oh, man. It gives you so many things to think about there. Like, were we just captured creatures? Were we
Soul farms, dude?
Yeah. Like, were we basically bred to be containers for souls that they then, whoever, can then just harvest our loosh or emotional energy or souls? Take your pick. It's like we are living with jinns on top of us 24/7.
I agree, dude. I agree. But one thing is for sure, one thing is truth, and that is that this show is popular. Its numbers are going up every week. Yeah, we had a really good one a couple weeks ago, but these numbers just keep going up, and it's all because of the Doomers. Again, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe button, like, say a nice comment. It really helps the show. The more nice stuff you say, the more it gets out, the more Doomers we get. And we need an army of doom.
We do.
We need an army of... Oh, shit.
That's the sound of doom right there.
That is the sound. The wheels come so far.
I'm telling you right now, it's not just Epstein or Diddy. A twisted sex ring allegedly took place inside of a courthouse. I feel like this stuff happens a lot more than we think. Now, viewer discretion is advised. This gets dark. Sheriff Sean Steins killed his longtime friend, Judge Kevin Mullins, and locals claim the court itself had become the center of disturbing sex-fueled parties where favors were exchanged to make charges disappear. According to accusations, Judge Mullins used his position to exploit young women, pressuring them into sexual acts in return for leniency or cash. One of the victims, Taya Adams, says she was caught up in it and saw Mullins along with others in the small town of Whitesburg demand sex in exchange for money or to get offenders off the hook. She said the judge warned her to keep quiet about what was happening. She would do parties and perform shows for them, she said, for money, and it was consensual, but the thing is, we were so young and they used it to destroy our lives later. They would make sure you feel small, degraded, and belittled as possible to take your power away. Another woman even claimed there were videotapes of some sexual stuff in the judge's chambers with girls. The craziest part about all of this is that these two were friends for decades and were even spotted having lunch with each other just hours before the sheriff gunned the judge down. Now, there's footage of this, and I obviously can't show it. He immediately walked out right after he shot him, telling the cops they were trying to kidnap my wife and kid.
Oh my God.
Hey, dog, I've been saying this on all my shows. I'll say it again. Legalize vigilantism. Legalize it. You want lawlessness, lizard people? Fine. Legalize vigilantism. This guy's American hero. Does he have a legal fund? Getting the Doomers donate?
Man, that story is, I think it's much darker. And that cop felt like he had no other recourse. Like he was what do you do when you're surrounded by evil and you're a cop, no one's willing to help you, and you feel like you're up against the entire system. I think Mel Gibson did a movie kind of like this called Edge of Darkness, where he realized his daughter was in some deep, serious trouble, and he could turn to no one. So he was one man with a gun and a badge, and he tried to change it. A great movie.
Yeah, so is it. So Chico Chulo Hulo Bulo Bato Taco Bula Hala. He says Charles Bronson's Death Wish. That's the movies we used to get.
Yeah.
Right? Legalize vigilantism.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. I used to do a joke about how Nick Cage movies were like warning us about what the elites are doing. But I'm starting to think it's Mel Gibson movies.
Yeah, I mean, he might be a little bit more dialed in.
Yeah, he's way dialed in, dog. Way dialed in. Love that scene.
It's geoengineering where they're dropping nano aluminum from the atmosphere, and it goes into the nose, it goes directly into the brain, and it goes to the part of the brain that is most affected in Alzheimer's disease. I warned her that. I said, if you do that, they're going to have increased Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and both have increased significantly since they've been doing this on a large scale.
Oh my God!
Oh,
This is
dude.
a quick hit right there. Oh my
Yeah,
God!
and I wasn't sure if I was going to put that in, but I'm glad to make it because we pull no punches on the doom scrolling. Okay, local celebrity is here. XG, what's up, XG?
Oh, XG.
Yeah, XG's here, dude. We get celebrities in the comment sections once in a while. Once people want to see if their videos made it. Bang, bang, pow. Yeah, yeah.
Ginting is a real-life shape-shifting demon in the form of a little girl. Allegedly, this mysterious girl is known as the Little Red Girl in Taiwan. And this is a true story. In 1998, a family went hiking on the Dakeng hiking trail in Taichung, Taiwan. And they recorded everything on their V8 digital camera for memories of this family outing. Unfortunately, a few weeks later, one of the family members passed on. And the family, wanting to find some solace, went back to review the footage. And this is when things started getting a bit weird. In the footage, the family member who passed on appeared to have large fangs like a demon. The family also noticed this little red girl trailing behind them. But everyone on the trip said that they did not recall a little girl in red following them or even being in their vicinity. So who was this mysterious red girl? I mean, somebody come and pick up their daughter lah. Why are you letting your daughter roam around this dangerous forest like that? This story was so big that a popular ghost program in Taiwan picked it up, and the editor for this program claims to have been haunted by this little red girl. While editing the program, he said that the girl would appear in certain footages, but when he looked back at the same footage, the girl would disappear. He was so afraid that he rushed home from the office. But later that night, during his sleep, he was awakened by a loud bang in his room. He woke up and saw the little red girl sitting on his desk, staring straight at him. Ugh. I find it very fascinating when folklore crosses into real life. I mean, we have real footage of this little red girl. Let me know if you guys want me to make a full YouTube video trying to debunk this story. I'm gonna do more research on this.
Really crazy.
There's nothing worse than Taiwanese ghosts.
Yeah, they are the worst.
Yeah.
What are you here for? To haunt us, make cheap toys, or happy endings? What are you here for?
Creepy. It's like a lot of the like Asian Pacific Rim culture. They deal with ghosts and technology in a very weird way. Like a lot of like the creepiest kind of horror stuff comes out of like South Korea, like The Grudge and things like that. There's this weird, they have a weird mix of how they do it. And hopefully he can find
How
out who the
about
red girl
the
is.
family member who passed had fangs?
That's a little messed up.
That's a little crazy. I mean, she might have bad teeth.
Yeah, it could have been.
But she has fangs. You know, if she had fangs, you'd be like, dude, listen, my Aunt Bong's coming over, and Aunt Bong has basically Dracula fangs. Don't be weirded out. She's just been through a lot in her life.
Probably a lot of people in the UK with fangs too. You know, like jacked up teeth are everywhere. You know,
jacked up teeth are everywhere. Also, you know what else is everywhere? Crime Boss tits.
Oh
Everyone
my God,
loves Crime Boss tits. I got Crime Boss tits. Here we go. Let's go, bro. What's our points at?
we got 34-30. Here we go.
We got a chance. We got a chance.
We do.
6,000, and we'll get to whatever level we're at.
Go. We're gonna do this. Here we go.
Most people remember Pinocchio as a story about the value of truth, obedience, and hard work. A tale for children about how to become a good person. But when you examine the original narrative and the symbols hidden within it, you find something far more disturbing. Pinocchio was not rewarded for being good. He was conditioned. He was broken, reshaped, and turned into something useful. His so-called freedom was never real. It was carefully managed, tested, punished, and finally replaced by compliance. The entire story is a blueprint, an esoteric manual for how to transform an uncontrolled soul into a functioning unit. What began as raw material ends as product. What began as resistance ends as acceptance. And the terrifying part is that this system doesn't need chains. Once the soul believes that obedience is freedom, the work is done. Pinocchio's strings were cut, but not because he was free, because he was no longer a threat. And that is why this story still matters. Because it reminds us that the most dangerous form of control is the one that disguises itself as salvation.
Whoa. Whoa. That was me watching me right
deep
there.
Shit. Holy cow, man.
Yeah, close it. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. That's from Esoteric Guardian. They do great work. Now, later on in that video, I'm going to be honest with you, they said some things I don't necessarily agree with, which is the first time I've ever watched one of their videos and been like, I disagree with them. And they were basically saying your parents basically program you. And my argument against that is when there are no parents, you're homeless, you're in prison. Parents are there to teach you to play the game of life.
Yeah, you get programmed by something, whether it's your parents or school. It is they give you at least a framework of thinking. Whether you get that framework of thinking from your parents or a religious institution or on the streets, that's what you have to work with. And ideally, it's probably better to get that from loving parents or somewhat loving parents.
Having kids is it's hard. You have to domesticate a wild animal, and you have to teach them the game of life and how to play the game. And that comes into understanding is that when you're in public, you have to play a little game, and you can't let them see you coming. So a long time ago, I'll tell you this real quick. A long time ago, I pulled Tony Hinchcliffe aside, and I go, listen, because he was being kind of rude to people, right? And I pull him aside because I was hearing it, and someone's like, he's out of control. I'm like, I'll talk to him. I go, listen, you want to be a villain, right? He goes, yeah. I go, who's the biggest villain in comic books? He goes, the Joker. I go, who else? He goes, I don't know. I go, Lex Luthor. I go, which one do you want to be? He goes, the Joker. I go, no. You want to be Lex Luthor. Because Lex Luthor lives in a mansion, is a billionaire. Nobody ever sees him coming until it's too fucking late. The Joker, everybody knows he's a psycho. He lives in a gutter with mentally ill people, and everyone's guarding him, okay? You have to, oh my God, you guys want celebrities? Look at this. Gino from the Y-Files, dude. Gino from the Y-Files, one of my favorite human beings on planet Earth. I've known him forever. Couldn't be happier for him and his brother and his wife. And so be Lex Luthor, guys. Play the game and don't let them see you coming.
Let's do it.
Big fan of Gino. Good friend. Speedweed. Hecklefish is in the comment section, everybody.
This fucking science experiment proved that the future can rewrite the past. I mean, just let that sink in for a fucking second. So to start, we fire particles of light called photons at a barrier with 2 slits. Now, despite the fact we only shot 1 photon at a time, we get what's called an interference pattern on the detector, which kind of implies that the photon had to go through both slits at the same time and then interfere with itself, and somehow it just doesn't make sense. So scientists were like, nah, we want to see what slit the photon actually went through. Except once we start doing this, we don't get an interference pattern. They just start acting like bullets. Now, you won't believe this, but it's actually just the possibility of knowing which slit the photon went through fundamentally changes its own behavior and path. Fuck off. The universe somehow knows if it's possible to know and changes its behavior accordingly. Now, it sounds pretty weird, but imagine we get this exact same experiment and we give it a hit of DMT and a line of meth. So this time, every photon is actually split into 2 entangled twins. What the fuck is an entangled twin? Sidecam, entanglement is kind of another one of those glitches in the matrix thanks to quantum mechanics, but essentially when you have entangled particles, they become two sides of the same coin. What happens to one of them definitively and instantly tells you what happens to the other. Now anyway, one of the entangled photons goes straight to the detector as normal, but the other one goes through a longer path of all these mirrors and beam splitters and all this kind of shit. Now remember, the first photon hits the detector screen before we can do anything to the other one. So our intuition tells us that once it hits the detector screen, what's done is done, and it's not like we can go back in time and change its behavior any. Of course your intuition's fucking wrong, because if we decide to scramble that information so we don't know which slit the second photon went through, the first one will turn into an interference pattern. And if we decide not to scramble the information so we do know which slit it went through, then the first one will start acting like bullets. This all happens despite the fact that you are changing this information after it has already happened. It knows the future. What you do with the information of the second particle influences the behavior of the first particle backwards in time. But I know you're not going to believe me, but just Google the delayed choice quantum eraser. Research this shit for yourself. Don't just leave it to me. All right, now get the fuck off your phone, because whatever the fuck I blubber on about is definitely a sign that you've been on this platform for far too long.
That's fire, dude. That is a fire video, and I'll tell you. So the whole theory is one of the earliest shows we ever did on Tinfoil Hat was about how something is so a moment in history is so powerful it ripples through space and time. 9/11, big example of that, dude. There's all this art that kind of indicated that something was going to come. Some people call it predictive programming, but others believe it's what this guy's talking about. That event in the future affects stuff in the past. It's crazy, dude.
It's hard to wrap your head around, but author Dean Radin, he wrote a book called Real Magic, and he studies stuff like this, and he contends that if you can change the past or influence the past, if what you're trying to change is not known to a lot of people, like it would be tough to change like World War II or stuff like that. I mean, that's a wide event, but hypothetically, if you're like driving down the road and you blew out a tire and no one was around, that event is only known to you. If you have the mental capacity, you can change that event. That's his contention.
That is crazy.
As long as that event is not observed by a lot of people or just you can do it.
Justin Brown from the Prometheus podcast is here. Prometheus Lens podcast. Good guy. Great episode. Did Eve get it on with the tree? That's what we discuss. Bang, bang, pow. And of course, Gino, I just want to tell Gino how much I love him. I love him so much. He's such a good friend. Him and his family are great. I love him so much.
Oh, no. Oh.
Now we apply together the two strands. And now we have some yarn.
So interesting. This video's all over.
She shaved her head, and now she's knitting it together.
Whoever you decide to give your hair hat to, I know they're going to love it.
Oh my God. It's crazy. I was all over the place in that video.
She shaved her head, knitted a hat out of her hair, and then put the hat back on her head.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, dude. Is that the future affecting the past right there?
I don't know. I don't know what you call that. She's doing some kind of weird postmodern art or something.
Yeah, it started out like angry feminist, and then it ended up trade wife. You know what I'm saying?
She did have a lot of skills. I'll give her that.
You're the man, Sam. Best show on YouTube. Thank you, buddy. We love you guys. We love you guys. Yeah, sometimes these are old videos, but they pop in our feed or the fans send it to us, and we just love it. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, just enjoy the power of Doom, please.
This is what happens.
Just enjoy the power of Doom and hear that sweet, sweet sound of the wheel revving up.
caller. You're on the line.
Ooh,
Does
this
anyone
is
know
crazy.
who Max Headroom is? I used to think I knew who did it.
12 quarters finally did.
So what happened was there was someone hijacked a TV show and started doing this.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
I actually can't say the names because technically what they did was piracy, and I was tangentially involved. But the Max Headroom hijack, so this is Chicago 1987. So 2 stations are interrupted by this guy in a plastic mask. So years later, I told the story in an old BBS forum, and I said I thought it was 2 brothers that I went to school with. Now, these were the types of guys who built pirate transmitters in radio school. And he used to smirk when people brought up that signal hijack. So I was just convinced. So that there's the part that I never wrote on those message boards, which was in 2009, I got a message from a burner address. No greeting, no sign off, just one line. It was the same frequency as Zapruder. So that stopped me cold. Do we know who Zapruder is and the film around JFK? So I knew the reference, the JFK footage, right? That 8mm camera that caught the fatal shot. The Zapruder film wasn't just a film. It was transferred. It was digitized, archived, rebroadcast. So in 87, fragments of the broadcast chain were moved through the Chicago media network. Some of them were experimental, like on microwave relays and raw feed. There was analog bleed all over the damn place. So one of these brothers had access to a dormant relay site tied into a defunct signal route originally used for government overflow transmission. So this was a Cold War era contingency. Emergency visual packets, and I'm not saying that the Zapruder film was being transmitted in 87, but what I'm saying is that that channel still existed and someone hijacked it. So Max Headroom didn't just appear on WGN. He came in through it. So, but there's something else. So at exactly the same time as that hijack occurred, there was a closed door meeting. I found out about this through, I think it was a New York Times article, but they had somebody on background. What I think and what I've come to believe is that the Max Headroom broadcast wasn't just a prank or even a protest, it was a test. They were using old band signals set up during the Cold War to broadcast the message.
What do you think the message is?
The message was Max Headroom, anarchy.
Bro,
that was so deep.
You gotta tell me what he's saying. You gotta know what he's talking about. And
I do
dude,
not.
Are we going down a dark hall on that one? Could you say?
We can go down a dark hall. Yeah, it was good. It was so dense. Like you got to like the guy knew so many intricate details about that. But when it comes to analog broadcasts and pirate radio stations and all that stuff, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Dude,
I'm a digital guy.
Crazy, bro. That was crazy. That was anarchy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Great show, guys. Must be nice break. Nice break from Curb Stomp and Dillon. Thank you, Amazing Pumpkin. Yeah, that video was insane, dude.
Wow.
That was a nuts video, dude.
And there was a brief Max Headroom TV show. I think it lasted for, 2 or 3 seasons?
Yeah. I mean, that's really crazy. Like, they tried to just appropriate it, being like, yeah, we wanted to do
love
that. We did that. That's part of our marketing campaign.
It was
that
like
video was nuts.
One of the first memes, because then that was appropriated throughout culture at that point in time, and versions of Max Headroom appeared in Back to the Future Part 2 and stuff like that. It's just, part of culture. Very weird how that kind of just propagated out.
It's so crazy, dude. That was a crazy video, dude.
It was.
So this gets into real quick.
Yeah, I'm not going to press it.
About like if they knock out the internet, how will they propagandize us through these old whatever he was talking about? What is it?
Probably, if the internet is knocked out, then it has to go back to analog radio and digital stations, but shortwave is still there for anybody to communicate over. So it'd probably be over, most likely, digital signals to your TV, because most TVs do have a digital antenna attached to them in some way.
Okay,
you can attach one. So.
Dude, I'm sorry, but fire episode. Real quick, everybody. Greatest episode or greatest episode ever? Okay, just vote now. Vote now.
Yeah.
We
Here we
surf.
go.
Surf the net.
Give us the golden video.
Pope Francis was actually taken out 3 years ago. So the Pope that replaced him was actually an inorganic robot.
Really?
Yeah. So believe it or not, a lot of these Illuminati cats, Clintons, the George Soros, they were all taken out back in 2021, 2022. So they were immediately replaced by this negative sentient AI that I told you that's been invading our world by inorganic type of robotic humans that look human, but they're just soulless. They're very inorganic. They're not human.
I haven't seen a video of Clinton speak now that you said that for the past few years. Same with Soros. No media appearances from them.
Yeah, because they've all been replaced. The original players that were part of these negative secret societies were actually taken to Gitmo. I know you've heard of that.
Gitmo?
Yeah, it's a prison where the deep state characters are taken by the White House. That's in Gautama Novaya.
Okay, so it's like a special prison that no one knows about, like hidden one?
Exactly.
Underground?
Not necessarily, just kind of isolated from the rest of the prisons. And from what I understand is that due to the fact that there are millions of people that are connected to the deep state, they had to actually expand this type of prison.
Jeez, millions of people?
Millions of people.
It's that big?
Yeah, that are working with the deep state.
Well, bro, that's some Q stuff right there.
That is. So I would immediately, I would have called BS probably 2 years ago. But Japan, I believe, has recently come out and said that they're planning on cloning like human bodies, but without a brain. And that's in order to harvest body parts and to make organ transplants that much more effective. And so if they're publicly announcing that they're going to start cloning brains without a mind or cloning bodies without a brain, then they probably had this technology around for a long time. Now, I don't know if I buy everything that he's talking about. That seems like it's on a grand scale, but plausible. Why not? It sounds fun.
Well, you ever see the videos of the robots walking down a hill, and it looks exactly like how Joe Biden was walking?
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, dude, you go, Sam, are there inorganic robots walking around interacting with us? Yeah, dude. Because the robots they're showing right now are early technology from 40 years ago.
Well, we know most world leaders have body doubles, and that's just a fact.
Yeah,
and so
Tom had like 10.
Yeah, so how far advanced are these body doubles? Are they producing them? Are they growing them? Like Biden, by all accounts, had a body double, but it was like a no agenda. They called him Daddy Long Legs because he was like way taller than the regular Joe Biden.
Yeah,
and,
I'm with you on that, dude. It's crazy. And by the way, if you go to samtripoli.com, we have a new shirt called PSYOP Season Takes No Days Off. You never know. You just never know.
Yeah.
Here we go, dude. We're in the last half an hour, 20 minutes till Sam's Corner, and I got some bangers.
Oh, that's a powerful one.
Robin Westman was demon possessed and he was on an assignment from hell. I'm going to show you what was in his notebook. The drawing that you guys saw, the image shows the spiral notebook, and in Russian it says, "Who am I? When will I finish this? When will you help me? I don't want to." And then the final one said, "Kill yourself, kill." So this was a mental battle. He sounds like a version of the Joker, but you can see that this guy was absolutely possessed by a demon. He even wrote Russian on all of the clips. He even said, "Where's your God?" And in this video, it's very chilling because he goes through and you can tell that it is a full-blown demon possession. And even in his notes written to people, you can tell that he was gone. He was no longer there. He let the demon take control, and he was on an assignment from hell. And he even warns, don't read my journals. But if you do, just be warned. He even plotted outside the window so that he could take out as many kids as possible. So this was premeditated and planned, and the devil had plans to kill all of those children. Also online, people are talking about how he was transitioning and the medication that he was on could have been an issue. What do you think? Comment below.
Yeah, those SSRIs, dude. That's a deep video right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just a crazy, crazy story.
That's some deep.
Man.
Yeah, dude, that was a guy. That was someone who was just didn't know if he was coming or going. He's so deeply manipulated, you know, just like Daddy Longlegs Biden from Jonathan Ferris. Yeah, dude. I mean, crazy times. And why do they always hit the same places? You think like, why don't they ever hit a Klan rally or anything like that? They always hit the same thing because it's emotional manipulation.
That was a sad one.
That was a sad one.
Kind of sad one.
Sad one.
Not all happy videos around here.
Of
Yo, here we go.
So stick around.
This is the clearest proof of reincarnation ever recorded. James Leininger was just a toddler when his nightmares began. At 2 years old, he would wake up screaming.
Airplane crash. Plane on fire! Little man can't get out!
Kicking wildly like a pilot trapped in a cockpit. Soon, he started saying words no child should know. Natoma, Jack Larson, Drop Tank, Iwo Jima. When asked who the little man was, James replied, "Me, James." James claimed he flew a Corsair, was shot down by the Japanese, and launched from a ship called Natoma.
Oh, man.
His father, Bruce, tried to disprove him until he found the USS Natoma Bay and records of pilot James M. Houston Jr., killed at Iwo Jima, with Jack Larson flying beside him. Years later, James held a sea memorial. The nightmares slowly faded, and his family's book, Soul Survivor, became a bestseller. And to many believers,
man, just think about the little kid who has to deal with that trauma.
Yes.
Processing all that trauma left over from your previous life and what they have to, the night terrors and nightmares they have to go through with just to become their own person at that point in time. But still, part of that soul is attached.
I'm telling you, man, we just keep doing it over and over till we get it right.
Yep.
That's what I think, dude.
Well, what if wait a second. What if I can just say, hey, you know what? I got it right. I know you got your records up there. You're claiming I didn't get it right, but I think I got it right. You know, let me move on. I got to get out of here. I don't think they'll take that explanation, but we'll see.
Let's go.
We're
Here
about
we
1,000
go.
down, 1,000 down, but 1,000 away.
We're so close. We can do it.
They told you the first church stood in Rome, but before Rome bowed to the cross, Ethiopia had already carved its faith into living stone, not built upward, but cut deep into the earth. In Lalibela, cathedrals weren't built. They were carved from living rock. Tunnels, chambers, and crosses cut downward, as if the earth itself was forced to give birth to God's house. 12 churches traced to the 4th century, when Ethiopia embraced Christianity before Rome, older than basilicas, older than Europe's cathedrals, perhaps the oldest surviving church on earth. And here's what they don't tell you. Ethiopia's kings claim descent from Solomon. The Ark of the Covenant is said to rest here, guarded unseen, never proven otherwise. So ask yourself, why did faith root here first, in Africa's mountains? What did they know that the world forgot?
Whoa, that was a total video right there, dude. That guy had everything. Oh my God.
He had a mask, he had a voice, he had a story. My God.
That was crazy, dude. That was the Ethiopian Bible. You gotta read it, dude. The Ethiopian Bible is the oldest Bible.
Probably cut out the part where his mom was.
Don't read the Schofield Bible for sure. Don't read that. That's hot garbage.
Have you read the Book of Enoch? Can you get through that thing?
I've tried.
It's tough.
Hard.
It's a tough read.
It's deep, dude. It's really deep.
Here we go. We are 580 points away.
I cannot wait to be. What level are we trying to get to?
We got to get to the next level, which is the Valley of Sorrow.
Valley of Sorrow. Let's go.
We're in the land of lunacy right now. We got to get to the Valley of Sorrow right now. Come on.
Let's go.
So keep your eyes open.
The Gnostics were actually history's first neuroscientists, just using mythology instead of brain scans. When they described Sophia falling into matter and forgetting her divine nature, they were mapping how consciousness gets lost in identification with form, exactly what modern psychology calls ego identification. The demiurge wasn't a cosmic villain. It was their term for when the ego mistakes itself for ultimate reality. Their elaborate cosmologies were precise psychological maps of consciousness exploring itself through incarnation, losing itself, then remembering its true nature. Carl Jung spent decades studying them because they understood the psyche's structure better than anyone. They discovered consciousness has territories that rational thought alone cannot access. Full exploration of their revolutionary insights on our YouTube channel.
Wow.
Early psychology, dude.
That is
That's
crazy.
kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the demiurge is super interesting, dude.
It's everywhere.
Dude, Sophia was the first feminist. She decided to make life without the male part of the universe. And as soon as she made him, she realized she made a mistake. Sounds like every single mother I know.
She did like a little oopsie daisy. I shouldn't have done that.
I should not have done this.
Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy.
All right. As long as she fixed her mistake, all's forgiven.
All right, let's go, dude.
Here we
Keep
go.
it going.
Oh,
We're
God.
So
Here we
close.
go. So
We're
close.
so
Here we
close.
go.
So fasten your seatbelt.
Buckle up.
I need all of you to go turn on this documentary right now. If you're into the supernatural, paranormal, dark magic, anything like that, this is for you. And believe me when I tell you that I had chills on me the entire watch of this documentary. This documentary follows a man named Liam, and he goes across the world asking the most powerful dark magic people to put a curse on him. He's doing this because he wants proof. Proof of supernatural phenomena, gods, deities, whatever, as you will. When he goes to ask these people to put a curse on him, they look at him like he's crazy. But this man is willing to do whatever it takes to have a curse done on him that will actually work. He wants to see if this is psychological or actual dark magic that occurs. There was some freaky stuff up in here, okay? He even goes as far as going to this cave where he makes a pact with Satan himself. That was the most chilling part to me. Even the statue of Satan freaked me out a little bit, alright? This is an extremely intense documentary, and it gets a 10 out of 10 from me. So let me know in the comments, would you do something like he did? Place a curse on yourself just to be reassured that there are supernatural powers out there? And also let me know in the comments if you'll be watching A Cursed Man. Follow for all things horror if you're new here.
That's Spooks and Ghouls ZZ. Spooks and Ghouls. Oof.
So
that was super creepy.
I'm bringing it up again. Dean Radin in the book Real Magic has gone through this, and that concentrated focus can have positive or negative impact. Now, whether or not this person got the absolute proof he is looking for, that his life is turned upside down, is in total wreck, I don't know. I'll have to watch a documentary to figure out what bar of evidence is he looking for.
Yeah, that's interesting. What's going to be? How do you know you're cursed?
Yeah.
Sometimes curse is like over a long time that nothing works out, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
It could be an accident that happens, or maybe you lose your job, you lose your family, you lose all your relationships. Some people lose all of that just in pursuit of the truth that they're trying to find. So this guy might wind up saying, hey, I'm going to exhaust all my resources, all my time and energy trying to get a curse. Meanwhile, his family evaporates because they're tired of putting up with all his malarkey as he's trying to prove curses exist or something like that. That might be the curse itself. So
I'm with you. Face to the screen. Bro, I can't curse the willing. It ruins the fun. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
That's dude, that was deep.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to get cursed, like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why? You know?
Yeah. Well, here we go. We are at 5790 face to the screen.
Dude, we're just banging out videos. We can't get to that 6, dude.
Struggling. Here we go.
Come on.
This is one of the most disturbing human experiments in American history. Today we're talking about the monster study. It was a study for researchers to see how they could destroy a child's life using nothing but shame. And once we go into the details, you'll realize that the name The Monster Study really isn't that inflammatory, it's actually pretty generous. Also, reminder, I cover a lot of dark stuff on this page, so viewer discretion is advised, but follow along if you want to hear more. The Monster Study happened in 1939 at the University of Iowa as a speech pathology study. Bear in mind, this is long before moral and ethical guidelines were applied in scientific experiments. Having said that, researchers wanted to see if stuttering could be learned, so they decided to test the theory on orphaned children.
Oh my God.
Here's how the experiment worked.
Horrible.
The children were separated into two groups. The first group were children who already had stutters, and the second group were atypical fluent speaking children.
Oh,
the children who already had a stutter were praised, encouraged, and told they were great speakers. But the second group, with the kids with no speech issues, were basically psychologically tormented. Despite the fact that they were speaking just fine, the researchers reinforced that they were speaking wrong, that nobody could possibly understand them, and that they were stuttering. And if that's not bad enough, another really disturbing part of this experiment is that these kids had no idea that they were a part of an experiment at all. All they knew is that they were like taking these field trips to this college and they were just being negged by these scientists. As a result of this experiment, some of the already vulnerable, abandoned, orphan children who spoke perfectly fine before actually developed stutters, and some of them stopped speaking altogether. It turns out that constant criticism and shame can have very real, significant, and lifelong impacts, and their theory turned out to be correct. So the kids didn't know they were part of an experiment until decades later, because the monster study was buried for 60 years. It wasn't exposed until the early 2000s when journalists started to investigate it. And as a result, the University of Iowa had to issue an apology, and the state of Iowa actually had to pay a $900,000 settlement to the participants.
Seems low. Only
but by then the damage was already
900,000?
done. The monster study showed us how damaging and potentially dangerous shame is. And if left unchecked, it can rob people of their self-worth and their identity. Remember this, because history doesn't repeat itself, but people do.
This sucks, and it sucks bad.
Yep, I'm with you, dude. Disgusting.
That's awful.
Disgusting.
In only under $1 million. They couldn't even give him $1 million. Could not even give him under $1 million.
How could you not give them? I mean, it's just mind-blowing to me. We just trust the science. F the science. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Can't trust it. Boom, 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 boom.
Sam, we're at 59.40. One more spin. Technically, as long as we don't get the video folly, we can do this.
We should be able. We should be able.
We should be able to get to the Valley of Sorrow right now. Come on.
Please, let us get there.
Humans were never meant to see.
Oh, I'm excited.
Most people think the sun is a burning ball in space. But what if I told you?
I have so much to show you! Stop resisting!
The ending was fire. Did we do it? We did it.
We got 63.90. We made it to the Valley of Sorrow.
We can make it to the Valley of Sorrow.
We made it there.
The Valley of Sorrow.
Good luck.
Do we know after the Valley of Sorrow?
Mike, welcome to the Valley of Sorrow.
That was some kind of.
I am Mike. Welcome to the Valley of Sorrow.
We did it, dude. We did it, dude. We did it. We did it, guys. Real quick, going back real quick to last week or 2 weeks ago when Ninjas Are Butterflies had that one video about the composite of Earth from the top. There's a giant black hole. And then the Google Earth has a giant black hole above Antarctica. That video, those videos fit into that video.
It's all. I mean, yeah, we should have played them back to back, but we can't. The wheel won't let us do that.
We We did it, people. We did it. So listen, we made it. We didn't get to 9,000. What level is 9,000? I mean, what is that? Have we come up with one? We need to
No, not yet. So I believe now that we're in the Valley of Sorrow, we got to get to the Tower of Truth. But we'll announce that next time.
So what number is Tower of Truth? Is that 7,000?
Well, if the score resets every time.
Yeah.
So the next goal could be we got to get to 7,000 and then 8. So it's going to be very difficult to get to these next levels. We're going to see what happens.
1,600 people watching live on YouTube and another 1,100 on YouTube, 1,100 on Twitter. Thank you guys for doing it. And it's time for the wheel for Sam's Corner. Are we ready?
Sam's Corner.
We usually try to do these before, but we didn't because we were having internet problems. So here we go, guys. The wheel. These are some funny stuff and one crazy thing. We'll start with a funny one. Here we go. You might have seen this video, but I still love it. Here we go.
Hey, watch out! It's gonna blow! Watch out! Ma'am, you can't park your car here! Are you serious?
Excuse me, mate, you can't park there. What? Can't park there, mate.
Hey! Hey, you can't park there! You can't park there! Can't park there, mate? Oh, fuck off!
Oh, that was a good one.
So cruel.
Let's do a somewhat serious one. The only serious one I have. Here we go. This is a serious. Well, it's serious, but it's funny at the same time.
Somebody has taken all of Garth Brooks's tour dates, and every tour date lines up with a missing person or an unsolved homicide. Every place he's ever been. We came up with about 120 missing persons and around roughly 90 unsolved homicides. And I am telling you, the man is a monster. When Garth went to college, a woman that went to the same college that she ended up murdered, and their apartments are only a few miles away, and she attended the same college as him. Was she in his class? I don't know. Maybe. Did he follow her back to her place? I don't know. And then it keeps going. He moves to Nashville. He's working at like the Boot Barn. It's like 3 people that go missing that were in the vicinity of the Boot Barn where he was working while he was trying to be a country music star, right? He's writing songs. He's trying out. He ends up getting a record deal. The album comes out. They put him on tour on like these state tour, state concerts for all the state fairs. And he's traveling around the country. There's missing person here, unsolved homicide here. Like, I don't know where he was staying. I'm assuming he's sleeping on the bus, which is probably right in the fairgrounds. So 2 miles away or 4 miles away, some girl ends up disappearing. Listen, this goes on and on throughout the years. And here's another thing that's interesting. Garth built this huge house. People are saying that he's buried tons of people underneath the floorboards of the house. Just like John Wayne Gacy. So like John Wayne Gacy, people are saying that Garth is burying these bodies underneath the house, and that's why they can't be found. But here's what's more interesting.
Makes sense.
When Garth got his first big check for roughly $500,000. He's been struggling. He's working at the Boot Bandit. He's trying to sell. So it's been years have gone by. He's got no money. He gets his first check, roughly $500,000. He goes and buys, I want to say it's like 20 or 30 acres of raw land in Goodlettsville. So this is just outside of Nashville. Guess what spikes shortly after that purchase? Missing persons reports.
What?
Around that area? Yeah, of course, in Nashville. That's where he's living. Yeah.
Oh,
man. Dude, that's crazy that the Seguros were on that early, dude. They were on that early. Crazy, right? Just crazy.
Has Garth responded in any way whatsoever? It'd probably be best if you just kind of let that lay low.
Here we go. Here's another weird, somewhat not serious, but funny. Here we go.
Skinwalkers, so I brought myself to the middle of a forest and got lost to prove their non-existence. I decided to taunt them and then started hearing something calling for help outside my tent.
Skinwalker! Skinwalker!
Skinwalker!
I honestly have no idea what that was, but there's only one logical thing to do at this point, and that's to venture deeper into the forest until I'm completely lost. I've been warned by so many locals to stay away from this forest, so that's why I'm doing all the things that you possibly can imagine you're not supposed to do. If skinwalkers are real, honestly, I might be in some serious danger, but there's one thing that scares me more than skinwalkers, and well, that's other people. I don't know who or what's out here, but every step I feel like something is watching me, and well, I was soon about to be proven right. I'm getting this feeling of dread, and I soon found out why. Someone has made these figurines and crosses and hung them from the trees. And as soon as I found them, I started hearing this off in the distance after I turned off all my lights and used my infrared camera. I have no idea what that is, but the only way to find out is to venture deeper to find it.
This is like the guy who wants to get cursed.
Yeah, dude. These guys are looking for danger, bro. Here's a funny video. You'll love this video. It's pretty funny. Here we go.
Shalom, dear Congressman, politician, CEO. If you saw this in your feed, you're safe. However, if you received this reel from your friend, congratulations. You're being officially blackmailed by the Mossad. I am holding a tape with stuff I imagine you don't want the world to see. But don't worry, my friend. We have a few favors, and I promise not to release. See you in the morning.
Probably how it goes.
That's probably how it goes. You just open up a thing, and you're like, what is that? Hold on. Nope, we just saw that one. Oh, this one is crazy, bro. This one is crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Questions for you. First one. If you knew a lady who was pregnant who had 8 kids already, 3 who were deaf, 2 who were blind, 1 who was mentally handicapped, and she had syphilis, would you recommend she have an abortion? Before you answer, listen to the next question. Second question. It's time to elect a new world leader, and only your vote counts. Here are the facts about the 3 candidates. Candidate A associates with crooked politicians and consults with his astrologist. He's had 2 mistresses. He also chain smokes and drinks 8 to 10 martinis a day. Candidate B was kicked out of office twice, used opium in college, sleeps until noon, and drinks...
Insane! Dude, that was crazy, dude. That was crazy, dude. All right, we got 3 videos. Here we go. These are the last 2. I love this video. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Last 3 videos. You guys are going to love this one. This all I got to say is, what's up with women?
Oh, no. Don't get on it. You're going to hurt yourself.
Hi, sweetheart. There's no reason to be embarrassed, but I found your green goblin. Or that's what your mother used to call it. You should be a bit more careful about what you leave in the bathroom. Your younger brother is in there all the time for like hours on end. Please keep these things private. To be frank with you, I didn't believe it when I first saw it. These things are so much bigger than I remember. Anyways, take it easy, champ. You're not training for the Olympics. Let's keep the bathroom a family-friendly space. And don't worry, I won't tell Mom. Love you. Yapper.so.
That's the way to send a message to your loved ones.
Dude. Ladies, hide your dildos. Please hide your dildos. You know what I'm saying? Hide your dildos. All right, guys. That was it. One more time. If you're feeling sassy and you love the show is Impossible with my good friend Midnight Mike and his website and his awesome website, ourbigdumbmouse.com.
Yeah.
Go check it out. And if you're feeling sassy, because I know you are, also go to samtripoli.com. And guys, check out the new, where is it? Right here, the new t-shirts we got. Look at that. PSYOP season, no days off. And the Wood Army, guys. Get your Wood Army t-shirt now. Join the Wood Army. As always, brother, it's an honor to doom scroll with you. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank the Doomers enough. Midnight, I love you. Hope you're doing well. The week flies when you know Doom's coming.
We had a good show. It was a great show.
We had a great show, buddy. I'll see you next week.
See everyone later.
Greatest week, greatest show ever, or greatest show of all time? Let us know.